I guess this is going to be a very spoilery junket because Christina Elise is here. And I thought that was
There you go. I mean,
various cats are out of the bag.
Right.
So
yeah, for so long they're like, don't mention Christina Elise.
Right.
We're like, okay.
Right.
So
Christina Elise is in the movie.
Right. Well, before I talked to you before seeing the movie, and I said, this is like a Chucky All Stars, like just the big names, and
Yep.
then that was before I knew she was in it. So pretty amazing.
Right.
How long has this been in the works? Your plan to bring all of these characters from all the different iterations into one movie?
I've been planning it for many years, actually. We're all friends, and we're all constantly talking over the years. And my first plot was to bring Andy Barclay back into it, but the studio needed a little convincing. So, because the studios, and it's their job to do this, they're always thinking, no, you got to look forward, don't look back. And I said, well, no, I actually think that we could create a little extra resonance for our franchise if we get these actors and bring these characters back. I mean, I think it partly spurred by my experience in working in serialized television as well. So with Curse of Chucky was kind of like the litmus test. We were just like, it was my attempt to prove to the studio that Alex could do it, and that also that the audience really wanted it. And so the response to his cameo in the last movie was very positive. So that opened the doors for me to give him a significant role in this movie. And I think Alex really knocked it out of the park.
Because it's really insane. Like, I think about being Alex Vincent, and you start in the Chucky movie, you're 5 or 6 or 7 or what, I haven't seen the movie. Then all of a sudden, 30 years later, you get a call from Don Mancini going, okay, I wrote a part for you. You're the same character. Now you're a bearded vigilante, and you've got all kinds of guns, and you get to blow Chucky away. Like, that's like the total mind fuck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just, and kudos to Don in the studio, because most studios would be like, oh, who can we get to play Andy Barclay? Like, I think Zac Efron is available.
Well, they said that once before, right? With part 3, they said,
Well, that was slightly different because it's like that, even though the time frame was we jumped forward 10 years from the events of Child's Play 2, it was only 9 months later, so we had to recast him. Because by
he was
that
still
point,
bummed about it. He was still like,
he was bummed about it.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, you should check out those new movies sometime. They're really good.
Yeah, they're good.
I always say, well, in the first movie, and Don goes, Jennifer, we've been making Chucky movies for many years before you came into the franchise. But I've done 4. I've been doing it for 20 years, and Don has been doing it for 30 years. I think that's also very unusual that they have the same writer-director of the Chucky movies. 30 years later, he has written every single Chucky movie from the beginning of time.
It's like unheard of.
And directed the last 3 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy. What do you see for Jennifer, Tilly / Tiffany going
I don't know.
forward?
I don't know if I should be saying spoilers, but I'm very intrigued at the direction in which my character is taken, and I have to say, not unpleased at all. I love Fiona. I loved working with her.
Yeah.
She's like a brilliant actress, and I just think this movie is really a whole when worlds collide, and I think it just opens up all these possibilities.
It's really true. You can kind of go in any direction you want to now.
Right.
Well, that was the point.
Yeah,
that was very much the point, was to really open it up like a Pandora's box.
Right.
And now, when you look at the end of this movie, you think, I did not see that coming, which was the first point. And the second point was it just creates a whole universe so that we can do. I want to do like our version of Rogue One, with the Star Wars. And that's what we can do that now. We can do separate individual stories. It's just an intriguing new direction, I think, and it helps keep everything alive. It helps keep it alive creatively as well as on a business level.
But I think everyone's very excited about, there was a huge anticipation for this movie, but I think this movie has reinvigorated people's excitement about the franchise. When you walk out of a movie going, I cannot wait to see the next one. I think that's great, not like a sort of like, meh, same old, and this is what Don does, is he makes every film, he creates every film as like a work of art and makes everyone different, like he writes and directs what he wants to see.
Yeah, and casting Fiona in the last one, I always just thought, well, that makes sense because it's keeping in the family. But the way this ends, it takes on a different level, and
Yes.
you're playing kind of the
Right.
long game when you cast
Yes.
her originally. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it must be a thrill for her. It's got to be a weird, surreal feeling for her to
I
be.
think so. I hope so. Yes, it is.
She does say, she says it's really strange to hear the voice of her father taunting her. She said it's just really sort of like, oh, I'm going to have to spend some money on a psychiatrist now.
And now she can use his voice in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I mean, what happens at the end of this movie? It's extra fun because it's Fiona Dourif.
Yeah.
It's
I
fun
mean,
for me because it's Fiona Dourif.
And you should see them other movies too, by the way. I really recommend it.
Right, yes, I will. Thank you.
I was 6. My babysitter was murdered.
And they never caught him?
Justice was done.
Wanna play?
Nica, the murders were real.
Chucky never was.
That's right. He was a fantasy, a delusion.
Are you feeling better now?
I don't blame you for being afraid. I was very ill.
Chucky told me. He's coming for you.
It's important that we all explore it together as a group. I think I have something that will help. Whoa!
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
First, he'll kill each and every one of you in the most horrible ways you can imagine. And then he'll kill me too. Come to mommy.
Are you afraid of the truth?
Terrified. You should be too.
Night night. And they call me sick?
Wait a minute, there's 2 of them?
He'll kill us all!
A true classic never goes out of style.